Okay, so we are moving on with our compound interest calculations. Many students find this a bit confusing and they miss out the terms. So today I am going to teach you how to put it in a table. And when you put this in a table, it makes it clearer. I'm going to use another example. We are calculating the interest, the amount on 5,000 naira. So our principal is 5,000 naira at the rate of 6% for 3 years. Our time is 3 years. And what we are going to do is to put this in a table so that the principal for each year is easy to identify and would eliminate the mistake points, if I can call them that. So you have year, is year 1. Then you have the principal. You have your interest. So your 6% interest. And then you have a column for interest. You have a column for your amount, which is made up of your principal plus your interest. Remember that. So for year 1, our principal is 5,000 naira. And if we had to compute interest on that, we just need to say principal times rate. Since we are going to use 1 year, you do not need to use the time because anything multiplied by 1 comes back to the same thing. So you just have 6% times, and when you do that, you come down to 300 naira. The amount at the end of year 1 is our principal plus our interest, which is 5,300 naira. That is 5,000 plus 300. So let's move on to year 2. Year 2, your new principal is the amount you had at the end of year 1. So principal becomes 5,300. That is where many students make the mistake. They keep using the principal, the initial principal. But with this layout, it's easy for you to actually to pick out the principal for each year. Your principal for year 2 is 5,300. Interest at 6% again on 5,300. See? Interest is on 5,300. You see that I automatically still wrote 5,000 naira. Your interest is on the new principal, and when you make that computation, the interest amount is 318. The amount you now have at the end of year 2 would be 5,300 plus 318, which gives you 5,618. Move to year 3. Your new principal is the amount at the end of year 2, which is 5,618. Your interest is 6%, 6 over 100, times 5,618. And this will give you 337.08. Your amount is principal for this year plus the interest for this year, and that would give us 5,955.08. So what you now have if you needed to calculate the interest element there, depending on what your examiner is asking for, all you need to do is to say your amount less principal, right? Which is 5955 less 5,000, which will give you 955.08. Sorry, I missed that 0.08 here. So your interest is 955 naira and 8 kobo, while this is your amount at the end of the year. So if you needed to compute for 5-6 years, you just keep going. I think laying out your work in these tabular formats would help to ensure you do not make too many mistakes.